It's a little bit of save.
Radiant team pick.
Oh, Earthshaker the other
Wow.
way.
Liquid are just legit picking heroes that no one else is doing right now. Earthshaker, not a... I haven't been checking Americas too much, but...
NIP play it.
Okay.
I saw Era playing it just yesterday in the series after I won. But other than perhaps Era, I haven't seen anyone playing Earthshaker.
Yeah, I think the popularity of like Clockwork may have made it fall off.
Well, I kind of feel like this is a boxy shaker, right? Like that's usually where they play it.
Yeah. Definitely some flex to it, as Invoker comes out fairly, early-ish Invoker. Usually if it's going to be a mid, you're picking it 4th, 5th, but...
Ooh, do they take Void now?
On Brame, I was like,
Yeah.
I thought you meant now, like right now for Liquid,
Oh,
I was
no,
like,
no.
that seems hard to put in, but yeah. Void Invoker, yes, Void's still in the pool.
Good against Spectre, reasonably, I guess. But with an Oracle behind you, it could be a little bit harder for a Void.
That's a good point.
You're not likely to catch Oracle in the Chrono. He's always going to be sitting further back.
So this could be a mid Doom or a boxy Doom.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's very, very wide open. I think mid Doom is fine against Invoker.
Which is good. Liquid finally showing that they can have some flex potential as well. Because aside from the Brood Lone Druid mix-up at the very end of game number 1, seemed very obvious who Liquid's heroes were going to be played by and what positions they were going to be played by. Here, there's a little bit of versatility.
Yep.
I like this Liquid draft way more than the previous two.
Yeah.
And I think Brame needs something to kind of pull all of their draft together.
Game 1 and 2 was just Liquid making their plea to Ice Frog. Please buff this Willow. Please buff these heroes that we like to play. The Brood. Everyone wants to see Brood get buffed, right?
Coddle.
Yeah.
Where's Coddle been?
Yeah, Ice Frog. Come on. Patch coming soon. Show some love to some of our favorite heroes.
A lot of people, I think we had mentioned this earlier, but it's going to be very interesting how the patch is determined, seeing as how there is no one cross-international event happening where you can find out who the good heroes are from all the regions, put them all into one event, and then find out who comes out on top. Everyone's kind of doing their own thing. Like, Spectre might not even get nerfed, despite her popularity, just because, Southeast Asia and Europe may like it, but I don't really think NA is playing that much Spectre.
Well, the other thing you got to wonder about is, like, to what extent are we going to see new heroes and, like, new wide changes? Because that tends to be the way that Dota is being balanced now, is, like, you do the general game changes, and then afterwards you fit and balance the heroes within the context of all of these, like, gold changes or XP things or whatever.
Yeah, you got to imagine the next patch is going to be the big one with the new heroes.
Yeah.
They said new heroes by the end of the year, right?
You guys keep using the word plural. Heroes. I'm pretty sure they only said hero.
Heroes. It's on tape. Valve, Ice Frog, at least 2.
At least
Plural.
2 minimum.
At least 2.
But yes, end of November they
Come
said
on, Neil, get on the same page.
Heroes. All the heroes.
Yeah.
Can't wait. It's kind of crazy to think that we have not had a TI with neutral items. It was supposed to be this TI was the first neutral item TI.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
And outposts.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You just blew my mind.
I know, right? That's how much time has passed.
That's crazy. That's really upsetting.
And we now consider it to be like a pretty integral part of Dota. Everyone had a lot of beef with it at first, which is typical for new mechanics. And now we just accepted it. And it's like, yeah, neutral items. Of course. Time flies.
It does. When you're hitting neutrals, getting items.
Well, Liquid's all about that. Oracle probably not as good at stacking as the Coddle is, but you know that Insania's still going to find a way to make it useful. Also, Spectre not great at taking stacks.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay, never mind. Maybe they were not going to stack that much.
I really don't like Brame's draft right now. I don't know. I think that this is going to end up being a bad one, potentially, with the lane maybe not being able to do as much as they would want. I feel like I want to see what their last hero is, I guess.
Yeah, presumably going to be their carry. I feel like they need something to match up against the Spectre. Like, that TB type hero. If this is Southeast Asia, I feel like they're busting out the Terrorblade.
Yeah.
That's been the popular go-to there.
We did have one Slork versus the Spectre, but I think against Doom and Shaker, that may be a bit nerve-wracking.
And the Void you mentioned, Lyrical, would be a great pick with the Invoker. And you've got Lina, Bloodseeker with Bloodright. Got a lot of follow-up damage for Chrono, so no Void.
Makes sense they ban it out.
10 seconds
What else really sets
remaining.
up for stuff? The Sven banned out also.
5 seconds
I don't
remaining.
know. Oh, right. We got this little thing over here.
Team Liquid's turn to pick.
Drow Ranger.
Drow's looked really good this tournament.
Drow's looked really good with people who can stand in front of her.
Drow into Spectre.
We've seen Drow into Spectre, and it's worked okay.
Yeah.
It hasn't been, as bad as it was in the past, perhaps.
10
Okay.
seconds
But-
remaining.
Yeah, well, definitely there is the possibility of getting run
5
over, but
seconds remaining. You may now select
Mike
your
Snapfire? No, they have a Spectre already.
Yeah, I think this is a mid-Doom. Or I guess it could be...
yeah, Boxy playing
Boxy
snaps.
Snap.
So,
Mid
and hey,
Doom.
you've got a Shaker to chuck it, so or
Alright.
Doom. Like,
That's true.
good heroes to throw in with the Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this Snapfire in the 3 and 4 role. So, you're playing against Drow. You want to get on top of her. Snapfire, every hero something can get on top of her.
Game
We've-
number 3.
We've seen 5 positions to get thrown in.
We
early
have. We
today,
saw that.
so
We see them get kills when they get thrown in there. But I want to hear predictions. Brame, Liquid, which way you guys lean, and Gods, take you first.
I'll go with Liquid.
Okay.
They come in, they're favorites. I think they have just gone for a much more well-rounded draft here with Game 3.
100% Liquid.
100%.
Liquid.
All right. That's the kind of convincing, emphatic response that I wanted. And I want an emphatic cast as well. We're going to jump to a quick break, and when we come back, more Monster Energy Dota Summit 13 by Zyori Trent.
Hello there, Beyond the Summit fans. Welcome back to the Monster Energy Dota Summit 13. We've got game number 3, the decider, single elimination. It's all coming down to this, Trent. I couldn't be more
They're hitting
excited.
Taiga already.
Uh-oh, let's get
They
into it.
already got him with some frost arrows, but no, he gets away. They high five instead. They're
Close
feeling
one.
merciful. Yeah.
But this is what we sign up for, Trent. Best of 3, go in the stretch, elimination in the tournament on the line. Who are you favoring right now, bud? The Trent Packs guarantee. Who's taking
The
this?
old guarantee. I don't know. Spectre versus Drow always feels really good. I mean, Drow into Spectre can be pretty questionable, but I also get
Uh-oh.
why it happened. As Spartan will fall on Undying as the first blood. That's a
All right, so
problem.
yeah, Boxy Snapfire gets the bonus gold. So you were saying something about Liquid likely winning game 3.
yes. That's a good start. Take down the Undying.
The battle
So yeah, my initial thoughts were like, wow, this Undying pick looks pretty damn good because they had no way to kill Tombstone. They only had Oracle at that point, and then a bunch of melee heroes, but then they at least get the Snapfire in the end, so that gives them the
Little
little shredder to perhaps give them a little bit of help on the Tombstone, and also it's just more gap close there too, as the core Snapfire has been absolutely popping off, more so in other regions compared to like Europe and NA, but like China and Southeast Asia, it's a extremely regular occurrence. It's like almost my assumed role for it with the bracer into the Ags, the BKB, the MKB. I think we did get one right in the EU or the CIS matches. So
Yeah. We've
super
seen
strong
a
at the
little more,
moment.
little more mid than off lane, but same concept, right? Same build, going for that Aghanims, BKB, turn into a right clicker if it goes on long enough.
So the Drowned Spectre though, it's like there are parts that are good, like the armor piercing versus Spectre's obviously pretty nice. It makes the blade mail really good though. I kind of wonder if Mickey is just going to go for that this game. I feel like that's a nice way to deal with the potential from the Drow.
I like it a lot. We've seen that build fairly commonly where you certainly can't get away with like a Radiance Rush. You don't necessarily have to like get Manta right out of the gate. It ends up being a really good build-up item that gives you some presence. Way better than Drum. We'll see Boxy fall down bottom, chase around in the trees a little bit, but that's a little bit of vengeance there for Spartan.
Yeah, they do have double strength into Undying. So even though the Snapfire was picked after, because I thought it was going to look kind of bad for Earthshaker and Doom, even with the blocking, but then they do the mid-Doom. Again, another thing that's extremely popular, more so in Southeast Asia and China.
And reminder to get out there and vote, gang. bts.gg/monster MVP. Vote for the MVP. This has been a hell of a series, so show your favorite player, the best performer, some love. Cast your vote today.
Who was our MVP last game?
I think it's for the whole series. I don't think. It's
Yeah, I
game
know,
by
but out
game.
of curiosity, who do you think was the MVP last time?
Oh,
I don't even know who I'd pick.
yeah, I don't know.
The game kind of got swung so quickly. You're like, oh, I guess we had to pick someone from Liquid now.
It was like it's like a team effort sort of thing of like, I don't know, Liquid just kind of seized the day and then pushed
Whoever
together.
made the call to contest that Roche,
Yeah.
you can have MVP at the end. I'll
Yeah,
give it to
I like
Taiga.
that.
He was first in.
I don't know. I could say maybe the Insania Coddle played pretty well. An expected underperformer. He ended up getting a refresher. That was there for the final fight. I'm down to give it to Insania.
Well, he just got a Benz. Come on, man. Can you
right.
chill on the? You guys can't vote for Insania. I have a rule.
Yeah, maybe
He
I'm
just got
front
a
running
Benz.
too hard.
Leave him alone.
Okay.
Does he need a sweet Monster Energy fridge and car as well? I assume that they just give you a giant monster can
All
on
right,
wheels.
fine. Give it to Mickey. All right, what do you want? Close your eyes and pick one. Throw some darts. They all played well.
Well, mid lane. This is the Quas Wex Invoker these days, right? Where you basically can just kind of survive anything. But Doom, kind of similar mantra. You know, you get
Yeah.
Devour, you have Scorched Earth, you get a lot of creeps, you get lane gold. He's
Lena?
a happy guy. Oh, look at
Lena's
that. The
dead.
Frost Armor, too, is, well, the not mid Lena takes a tumble.
Yep. Up top, just a little too far forward. Insania knows the Oracle well and punish the Fire Lady.
Surprising to get a kill before level 3, though, like that. You know, that's usually where it pops off for the Oracle.
Yeah, just an overextension. Doom loving this mid lane. Pretty passive, but as we've seen, max out that Devour.
I was going to
and-
say, he can just do the Q here on Insania, right? Every time he's going to be blood rated, he can just go for the channel, but it still doesn't save him.
Oop, another LSA. It's actually pretty nice. Some extra damage into Mickey. Skylark drops another Blood Right. It's going to be close, but it does connect. Now worth the dive. They'll need 2 more, it looks like. Tower shots, not going to be enough, and they'll salve up. Great combination here from Brame.
Open
Meanwhile,
AI. Bottom lane as well. They're also chasing Boxy under the tower with the decays and the frost arrows. And the
Every lane
multi-shot,
popping off
last
here.
hit. Oh, not quite. One more.
Boxy goes down. Now up top, it's Insania. They've been TPing in one at a time just as the Spectre died. Insania came in just as Insania dies. Now the Spectre's coming in. It's a bloody disaster. At least Mickey gets a counter kill with the dagger here onto the Lena. But rough chain of events for Liquid in this top lane specifically. A lot of counter pressure onto Skylark, but the Blood Right, that'll be enough.
Okay, so Quakefoot killed Wish at the same time, though?
Yes. He
All
had a
right,
rotation
I see.
in from Taiga, I believe. So
Oh,
they blocked
okay,
him
yeah. I
out.
was watching bottom.
Yeah, that was all 3 lanes. So in the end, Brame, 1K advantage. Now at 5 minutes. We'll see what happens with the bounty runes. Looks like they're likely to go even, I think, 2 apiece. Yeah.
Spartan pretty close here to these two.
Has the tombstone, but still
Oh,
dead.
man. Didn't have a decay, though. Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
really greedy tombstone. What, Boxy?
Yeah, that.
Oh, he didn't want to get denied. I see. Yeah.
A plus 150. Now focus. He just TP's home. That'll be your smart play. Definitely in trouble there.
So what do you do now, though? Drow just TP'd out. You have Catapult. Does Quakefoot just stay and commit here since the Invoker can't really push your tower? Oh, no, he's going to go back mid because there's, I guess, potential with the Catapult for them as well.
Yeah, the Invoker's just annoying enough, and now he hits him with an EMP Tornado, so no more mana for the Quakester. And he's just embraced it. He's picked up Phase Boots.
Without the Doom, though, they can't really tank the wave or clear it fast enough, though, so that's also going to end the push in the bottom lane.
No towers fall.
They do have a good ward, though, for going after Focus if they want to do another rotation back down with that Doom. As he gets a regen rune, that is timely.
Yeah, they'll smoke up on the backside of that and look for something onto Focus. Only level 5 on the Drow Ranger, so this should be a pretty easy kill.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, not the place to be, my friend.
Well, sometimes you eat the bear, and sometimes the bear eats you,
deny?
man.
Oh, I can't get the time now. You're
Almost.
just dead, too.
Now Spartan, it's the feed train. Woo woo! One at a time, baby.
Was that a siren or a train horn?
That was a train.
Stopping low.
That was. Oh man. Oh,
The 2-foot
Spectre.
haunt.
They're gonna grab it now up top. Insania very low. Lina committing for it and will probably fall in exchange, but maybe not. Wish is here. Tornado buys him a little bit of time. Has an EMP. Cold snap coming, but the LSA is off the mark, and it ends up being a great fissure. That'll set up a double for Mickey. So here's the problem,
after
Trent.
the death. Yes.
When I played World of Warcraft, every character had a /train emote, okay? And every race did it slightly differently. And I played a gnome for a lot of years, and the gnomes have a little high-pitched voice, and their train sounds exactly like that. Beautiful gust, and now they're going to commit the Tombstone. Spartan, he's probably going to fall again. That's a little baby soul rip. It'll help him out, but now Wish is here. Maybe they can turn it. Boxy's fallen, and now Focus is laying into Koik for the Tombstone. It's gone untouched. Spartan pushing it to the limit, does back out, doesn't want to die unnecessarily, and they will get a 2-0. Brame with the reinforcements find another fight.
That gust was kind of nasty, though. Like, sometimes drafts skip it, right, this early?
Mm-hmm.
That was good.
Yeah, I like this build on Drow. I think when you're having a lane that's contested, it just proves worth it. Sometimes for the knockback, sometimes for the silence, honestly, sometimes both. Meanwhile, mid, looking for Taiga here.
I couldn't
LSA.
hit the tornado LSA, unfortunately.
Yeah, not going to matter, though. Skylark's here, and Taiga falls.
Mark these words.
And there's an Arcane Rune here, too, so they'll have Tornado back by the time anyone else wants to rotate if they want to keep this pressure up.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, that ward still remains down bottom, so they know Undying is looking here at low HP. Potential play with the level 6. Foxy feeling lucky when he goes to the D ward. He's got 300 HP, I don't know. And there's, I guess the Drow's too close to the Gust. But it's damn tempting.
A tall order.
Oh, he's going for it. Whoa.
Uh-oh, that might not be the time. Taiga's coming in. He's only level 5, so no dunk. The Drow Ranger low, but the Cookie not going to connect. Boxy dies, and now I think Taiga is going to fall also. The LSA does connect this time, and it's a 2-0. Liquid not making the moves down bottom.
Sometimes you see that little bronze icon on top of the hero, and you just got to think like, have they been grinding Snapfire?
Are you judging the Dota Plus?
Insania's got a little bit of the platinum going on. It's like, yeah, that's right. That's an Oracle player.
That Cookie attempt there was ambitious as hell. That wasn't even really close to connecting with the stun. So, big commitment. One silver lining, though, Trent. This is some space created for Spectre. He is still contested in lane, so it's not absolute free farm, but still doing pretty well. Skylark also getting a lot of farm. He's going for Guardians first, getting pretty darn close to that mech.
And he has Blade Mail and the Iron Talon on Mickey now.
Okay.
So that's going to be really fast farm speed in the jungle. Blade Mail underrated for the farm speed because the passive return now in combination with dispersion too. It's pretty cool.
It's definitely more of a hybrid item than it used to be. Used to be an all-in fighting item, and now it's got some of those Maelstrom vibes. Certainly works both ways. Mid lane now. Doom set up on. Here's the Tombstone. The Koikster, is he going down? He does get cleansed by Insania, and now Taiga comes in to block him out, and I think the Koikster is going to live. Haunt from Spectre, though. Some counter plays, perhaps. Rupture as well. Skylark in the back line. Wish low, but he'll survive in the river. It's a cluster of a fight, but Boxy goes down to a Laguna.
An amped Laguna at that.
Truth. Tombstone falls, but so does the tower. Tornado going to be off the mark here. A lot of poke in this fight.
His sword to save.
Lina now committing pretty far. Even the Drow Rangers made the rotation. Focus in the back. Doom barely lives.
Keeps Skylark flying, though. And he's going to use that speed to get that top lane and continue that push. Because his catapult is still safe right now. Feeling pretty good about Brame right now.
Yeah. They're picking up some momentum. We also have to remember there's this dynamic where the gold is always going to be a little bit inflated on the team with Doom, right? He has this alchemist effect. So him being 300 net worth ahead of Skylark isn't really that great. You want that lead to be a good bit more.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So,
and with the drums first, your usefulness does get a little bit delayed. I've seen quite a few different builds on Doom lately. I've seen the 13-minute BKBs. Just like rushing it straight up. Still see the drums blink into BKB. Still see the blink rush as well.
I think that's one of the things about Doom. He's like a blank canvas. He's sort of like nature's prophet. You've got a lot of options.
Wish with the Ghost Walk wants the assassination on a Boxy here.
Yeah, but Doom comes out the other way. Invoker should be fine. He'll survive this, no problem. Gets soul ripped. A very defensive Doom.
Boxy had nothing left, though, so no chance on a turn. So, yeah, not necessarily that great. And then turn it into a deny and could smoke out of here. They have one on Stoma. Yeah, they're going to pop it and head towards the mid lane where the Drow is going to find the Arcane Rune Taiga. Going to try and draw them into a fight. So basically he's baiting on Drow and is like, guys, can you please hurry? Oh, soloed. Wow, excellent time. Did he have vision? Because that was perfectly timed.
Nope, that was just Drow saw him at the rune and just hit him with the frost arrows and the broken multi-shot. That's a level 4 multi-shot for you. Crazy good spell. Now Insania, he's going to be caught near his outpost, blown up. Only level 5, so not even a false promise to save himself if he were so inclined. Trent, this is falling apart quick. Liquid in big trouble here in this Game 3 decider.
I mean, he almost has those Greaves that you were talking about. That's, I don't know, that's a lot of 5-man.
Yeah.
That's pretty scary stuff.
But Skylark has had such an interesting series. Looked great in Game 1, had a rough Game 2, and now he's looking to have a great Game 3. Set up from the Undying. Mortimer kisses flying through. But there's the mech from up top, and Spartan's going to survive.
Blade mailing here.
Yeah, this is not the hero you want to start on. Spartan quite tanky, and he's going to continue pressing forward. Koikva coming in. They know there isn't a Doom, but they've overcommitted. Wish falls, as does Taiga.
They got so greedy on that Shaker kill. Like, they had pushed it off. They just had to just back it, you know?
Yep.
I mean, there was even a haunt there. That was very dangerous. They're lucky they didn't lose more, I think, on Brame.
Agreed.
Hey, at least they slowed down the Blink Dagger or the Shaker at the very least. Did catch him with the Urn kill.
Yeah, losing the Invoker's a bit costly, but the whole thing works out okay for the Drow. Focus got that kill, and he's had space in the jungle. Dragonlance, Yasha coming. Manta style after that. All standard stuff for the Drow Ranger.
Oh, speaking of standard, Boxy heading straight for the Aghanims. How good is it this game? The main factor that I like about it is when the enemy team is pressured to like move into your towers and take them on the earlier end, which they kind of are because it's Drow versus Spectre, then it makes the Aghanims extremely strong. If you have like any decent hero to shoot out, and they have two very good ones in the Doom and the Earthshaker. Doom, probably the best one, I think. I'd rather send in the Doom, let him do the stomp, create the chaos, and then you get an even better Echo Slam after, right?
That's
Shaker doesn't want to be the first one in.
Well, and
Doom
Shaker's
is like down.
Buying a blink also, so there's some diminishing returns there on throwing him in, whereas Doom also has a blink. All right.
Yeah.
So, never mind. Scratch that.
No, send in the Doom, for sure. Because he's tanky enough to make it work, right?
Yeah, and he has the Scorched Earth, so he has a reset potentially. He could just run out if he has to.
Yeah.
More so than Shaker can. So I'm with you on that. Get him to collapse, and then have the follow-up Echo for the big plays.
Oh, nice play up top by Boxy. He actually just cookies his way in on top of Skylark and steals the boundary and TP's out.
Liquid, per usual, working the stacks. Mickey killing a big set right now. This looks like at least a triple. And just a couple minutes ago, we saw him in the dire jungle killing a couple of big stacks set up by Insania mostly. Classic Liquid, continuing to find that efficiency. A little ward battle here on the plateau in the dire jungle. And
they're going to lose that,
Brame
though.
That reigns supreme for now, but yeah.
They can choose to play around it if they want, but the second they decide to leave top, that ward is out of there.
It looks like that's the play, though. They are going to linger around mid and see if they can bait a fight into the territory they're looking for. Undying, this is good bait, but can they kill him? If he dies here, it's not what they want. Barely survives. Spartan gets the soul rip. Now this looks okay. Mortimer kisses, though, coming in. Can Spartan live through it? Oh, it's going to be close. He will fall. Can they punish this at all, or are Liquid going to get more? Taiga, silence, but cookied up. Oh, this is fantastic. Now the Tombstone's dead. Now there's no way, but he does get Sunstruck. Not enough damage. Multi-strike will do the job. A 1-for-1. Taiga, the worthy sacrifice, doing the heavy lifting.
Was that worth it, though? They just left. They're just like, well, how can they kill him? Sunstrike, blood, right?
50,
arrows.
50. Yeah, I don't know. It's tempting. I definitely see why you want to get that Tombstone out, because you can't fight around it when it's on that high ground. But now Brame say, you know, guys, we kill Roche pretty darn quick. They have Echo, but no Haunt, no Tombstone. maybe we can just go for this, and I think it's going to be a good call. Roche dying fast, and Liquid not making the moves to get there in time.
Yeah, they want this fight with the Aghanims on the Snapfire, so taking this now is very good.
Fantastic move from Brame. Still staying one step ahead in this game. Blink Dagger out on Taiga, though, so get ready for these Echo Slams, Trent. He's just starting to power up.
I still have a pretty big belief in Liquid, I think, this game. I think double Blink on these two heroes with Haunt is just extremely strong. And then if they get one fight and that puts them into Boxy's Aghanims, then I don't know. I think it's really hard to come back.
XP Graph definitely telling a story there. Things trending in favor of Liquid despite the gold lead for Brame. I see you, Eason. I got you.
Double Philosopher Stones.
Oh, nice. What do you think about Lina going Aetherlens instead of Yules first? Like, as a support, it's slow going. You kind of have to prioritize one or the other.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly why. Seems like you can kind of just do either, and it's fine.
Invoker is going for Yules now after his drum earn.
I guess the Yules is like kind of bad versus a lot of their heroes too, with like the Oracle, the Doom potentially having War Stomp, Fisher. Doesn't really do much when you're getting haunted on.
I always think of it though for Lina, like you sometimes have to use it defensively, but it's more of an offensive tool to set up and get free stuns.
Yeah,
bottom now. Spartan. I guess they're playing this way though. Spartan's their initiator, not some stupid Yules. Taiga going for the TP, and it won't work. Way too much damage.
She's mid lane. Speaking of Lina, she is in there really deep.
Katoma. Not any backup on the way, or at least not going to get here in time. Freebie for Mickey. And now that he's got Manta, Mickey can also feel a lot more comfortable really joining these fights. It's like the Blade Mail's a starter, but you still need something to be able to handle the silence. Now he can look to like pressure this Drow in team fights if needed.
Yeah, now the question is, what can Brame do with this Aegis, right? Can they take a tier 2 and grab an outpost? They're not going to get it by 20, so that's not going to end up mattering. Partially because they lost that Lina. Might have actually been a path for them. Instead, they draw the line down bottom by the looks of it, but the scan confirms Liquid's suspicions that they're moving in here as focus pops out.
Tier 1. Going to take some arrows from the Drow. Now able to outrange this thing. Compliments of the Dragon Lance.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Quite the siege engine she is.
400 gold until the Aghanims. They do not want to fight at the tower until that's ready. It's going to make it so much better for them. I tell you, the timings of Brame have been extremely good this game. Like, they're just getting things before Liquid really want to fight.
Yeah. And this is good, solid pressure here. Koikba, BKB still 500 off. Focus. He's got support, so happy to bait right now. Remember, he's got Aegis. About a minute 40 left on this Aegis.
Oh, guys, come on. You have Haunt. You have the Ags. TP home. Courier. Let's go.
They're going to sack it. Liquid
I mean,
don't
bottom
want to
tower
take a
is
fight here.
worthless. I don't blame them. But it is the first tier 2, so it's not actually that worthless.
Well, there is this... Yes. Worthless is extreme, but there's this dynamic of you have big ults. If you have Doom, Haunt, Kisses, and Echo Slam, you don't have to completely commit, but you can threaten a little. You know, you can rotate one or two, and maybe they don't commit for that tower, and you just save
They were
it.
also getting a lot of farm, though, like on other parts of the map at the same time, so, you know.
I guess you're right on the cusp of these key items. The BKB. Spectre is looking towards Scotty. Still a little ways to go there. But that's Ags now on Snapfire. So let's see if it's worth it here, Liquid.
Oh, they can just sweep their way right into that top jungle and take the outpost if they'd like. Start prepping for that next Roche. But yeah, they're... Remember, that Aegis is still up another 40 seconds. So yeah. I don't think you want to overcommit quite yet. If they're not going to take that tier 2 with like a minute and a half left on the Aegis, then you can't go now.
Brame seems like they're in a little bit of this. Hey, it's a scouting gobble.
Yeah.
Yuck's a creep in. Just
oh,
to
they're
see if
after the big fish up top, though.
Okay, now Mickey could haunt out.
Where to, though?
Nope, the Drow Ranger TP'd. Okay, mid. Can Bloodseeker find this kill? Ruptures out. There's the silence, and no.
Yeah.
Skylark almost gets turned on thanks to the Blade Mail.
Good call not trying to run out the Bloodseeker, though, because that guy has Greaves and Essence Ring. There's no way you're getting a cheeky kill like that.
All right. Taiga jumps in. Some BKBs get popped. Nice dunk. Wish down. Spartan follows. Liquid end up with a good turn.
They still have Gobble up for chase down, too, so gotta make sure that no one else shows here. Now, don't come and try and throw Dragon Slave at this wave, or you're just gonna die. It's not worth it.
Solid 1,200 swing as the tier 1 falls. A little extra for Liquid as now they take the net worth lead, and the experience boosts up to nearly 3,000 in their favor.
I think this is going to look a lot like last game, where all of a sudden Liquid are just like winning fights, and it just kind of seems over.
I think that's the dynamic of this Lina, Drow kind of lineup, where even Bloodseeker, it's a little hard to execute with. A lot of things need to go right, and in some of these fights, Liquid just have to press R on some of their key heroes. And there's just a clear ease of execution advantage. Being able to fight around the cover of the Haunt Chaos is huge for these heroes like Earthshaker and Doom.
They also just didn't fall into the trap that, like, I mean, we pointed a couple times, like, oh, maybe they can defend here, defend there, whatever, but they didn't waste time, like, half-ass defending stuff and dropping one hero or not. They just didn't send anyone, let the tower fall. Everyone's getting farmed safely on the other side of the map because they knew that these big items would come out, and then life's just going to be a lot better for them. And now it's up to Brame to find some initiation here. But look at their initiators on Brame. How do you actually burst someone down to death? Like, how do you kill the Spectre?
Yeah. And make
it has to be a full Invoker combo or something. And then she's just going to buy back Haunt on you if that's up.
Yeah, absolutely. Even at moments where it looks like Liquid's not really reacting like that tier 2 bottom, it's all very calculated trades. They see what they're giving up, but what they're also gaining when the other team's 5-manning like that. So
here we go. Gobble up. They're ready to send him in.
All right. Drow.
That Drow's looking some juicy.
She's got Hurricane Pike. She's got Manta. 2 key items, but no BKB yet. Certainly killable. No Echo Slam, though. No Haunt. No Doom. All of them coming up in about 30 seconds.
And they don't see anything over here. They have no vision.
Yeah, they still need to be a little bit patient, though. They don't want to gobble up without these ults. They're going to go in to try to hold this tower. The Drow Ranger, the first target. But now the turn.
Trying to hold his BKB here.
Koikba, and he's going to be successful. Trust in Insania.
Yeah, and that was good.
Yep, an easy save. Koikba Liz now has to pop it, though, as the tower falls. This fight could turn. The ultis are coming up, though. They've got Doom. They've got Haunt. Echo up in 2. Trent, this could still turn. There's the Haunt. Let's see what Taiga can do. Is there an opportunity for a big Echo? Mortimer Kisses flying across. Spectre trying to get in the back line, but it looks like Brame will split.
Oh, good disengage. They have Blink Stomp, though. Oh, and they're sending in the...
oh, Shaker's coming. There it is. This is the setup, still holding the Echo, but it's an amazing fissure. Koikba gets turned on, but maybe they can still get Wish. A 1-for-1 there, but Boxy falls in the back line. Now Focus, found by Spectre, looking for the TP. This will be close, but he makes it. Well played. Skylark now has a lot of damage, but Insania nearby. There's the Echo. Patience from Taiga pays off. They find Spartan. Skylark could still live. They've got the help up top from the Lina, and now they're actually going to turn on to Mickey. Skylark finds this one.
No.
And it ends up okay for Brame. After this long, drawn-out engagement, Liquid lose 2 big cores.
Just able to get the Blink TP out from Taiga here. No catch, but, man, Brame, that was such a hard fight. The way that they backed off during, like, that chaos from that mid-tower after taking it was very impressive. I thought they were going to lose way more there. That just seemed like a pincer maneuver coming into the fold where they're being collapsed upon from the sides, but... maybe that initial play from Koikba wasn't the right idea to try and just like wait for the BKB for the second go. Maybe he should have just like straight up committed for the initial kill onto the Drow. Either way, he has his BKB back up. Haunt won't be up for 70, even saying now, so 50 when the Spectre comes back. And that Roche is coming in 10 seconds.
All right, this will be a big battle.
Didn't get the gobble up they wanted either, obviously, right? Like to start out on the Drow, but then not fully commit with the BKB.
Yeah, it was a weird way for that fight to go. They wanted to defend the tower, but then they didn't. Lina in the bottom lane will get caught. A little freebie for Liquid, but this could be tactical.
Yeah, but look, it's a distraction. Yeah,
exactly. No TP on the Shaker, and Insania doesn't have one, so at least 2 heroes stuck on this side of the map. And look at that, Roshan is dead already. Well done by this Lina. Calculated trade.
just maximum speed, right? Make sure that Roche is having his attacks tanked by the tombstones, and didn't even take the outpost to tip them off.
Yeah, I like that. Sneaky. Things feeling pretty good for Brame right now, especially since that Drow is closing in on the BKB. The way she set up the quick buy, for a moment I thought we might see the butterfly first, but instead she grabs the BKB and gets the telescope. This is a fantastic item.
I still kind of feel like she needs the Aegis, though.
She's got the Nether Shaw right now.
Yeah, trying to survive through like echoes and Snapfire.
I guess it makes sense. 25% magic resistance is damn significant.
Well, like so much of the damage is going to be pure from the Spectre anyway, right?
Haunt. Yeah, but there's still other magic damage. Who's actually going to be engaged on here? It's the Lina that they find. That's who Liquid have jumped on. Focus on the other side. Spectre doing big damage, but they might not be able to finish her off. The Lina does survive thanks to the Undying, and now they turn on to Koikva. It's really two engagements. They get the Aegis up top, but now Focus is back, and Spectre needs to run. Starting to reassemble here as Liquid group up as 5. The Doom gets isolated by Yule's Tornado combo. Back up into the air he goes. And Insania, now he's going to be the target a little too far forward. Does get off the ultimate. The False Promise saves Koikva, but now that leaves Insania vulnerable, and he'll be the one that goes down. So after all that, it's just Aegis for Oracle.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
take it.
That was it.
The only downside is that it's 60 seconds still on the False Promise, so even when he's back up, that's not going to be there for them. But yeah, keeping the Echo, losing the Haunt, I guess, is another big deal.
But they have Doom, so...
Yeah, they can save that now just straight up on the Drow. And yeah, no, what I meant by... Oh, actually, she's got the Titan Sliver now, but there it is.
There it is. Doom comes out, the Echo trying to stop the retreat. Mortimer kisses, the Glimmer Cape comes, but I think Focus is in big trouble. Spectre laying in the right clicks, and she is down. They do trade Taiga, maybe still a little bit of hope for Brame. Invoker and Lina on the high ground as Skylark presses forward. There is still a tombstone, never mind. There it goes, as now Skylark looks to be in trouble. Liquid starting to overwhelm this fight. They'll get at least the Bloodseeker. Can they find more? He's now on the run. Lina looking for a spot in the trees. Nice TP attempt, but Quake was there with the War Stomp, and she gets brought down also. Big time punishment as Brame overcommit, and no buybacks used by Liquid. Very big swing. That's like a 3K swing now. Look at the XP as well.
Oh, no. Different game, same story for Brame. Not hitting the timings that they needed with their lineup. I definitely think it was hard to do in this match, but they kind of were on pace at parts of it. It's just Liquid that economy management is very frustrating to deal with because it feels like you should be gaining more on them when it seems like you're winning fights, and they're the ones that are on the other side of the map all the time, and you're like pushing through these towers and stuff. But then one fight like that, and suddenly Liquid just plow through, and they'll take a couple towers, just like last game, and then the game just feels like out of your hands. At the very least, they didn't have a tier 2 yet, so they still got their outpost XP.
That is a silver lining. I mean, this game definitely far from over. But the later it goes on, the more items we see stacked up on Liquid, I think it starts to get progressively easier for them. I mean,
it just comes down to, do they Doom Drow?
Well, and before that, I think they have to fight around the Drow better. Like the fight where they lost the Aegis, that was mostly Spectre soloing Drow while a 4v4 happened in the jungle.
Yeah.
And that is the worst case scenario for Brame. They need to fight as 5, be around the Spectre, and be able to utilize all that healing they've got.
Yeah, I guess it's actually still 10 seconds on him. I didn't realize he got doomed like instantly in the next fight before even the BKB popped, huh?
Yeah, exactly. It was a really weird... I think that was the throw, and then the real throw was sticking around after that, knowing that the Doom was still available. Although I shouldn't say throw. Like I said, it's 22-22, although
yeah,
Dota
big
Plus
punish.
Is 32% to 68%.
Well,
obviously favoring Liquid. Yeah.
So, Tsunami was saying that we haven't seen a lot of Earthshaker lately, and I think it's for a good reason. I think for the most part, the hero's like a little bit weaker than he was, but Liquid have really utilized a lot of his advantages throughout this draft, right? They have the vision advantage because of the Spectre, so they're always looking to capitalize on that with the Earthshaker as well as the Snapfire. Plus, you have the primary initiator. When you have an Earthshaker, that's very important. He doesn't want to be the first one in, so having that Doom to do that is big for you as All initiating. They might actually send in Tiger first as he gets the root on top of him, but doesn't find anyone.
Yeah, looking for the opportunity. A good try. No punishment, though.
But like when you can get away with this Shaker and like when you have all these tools to still amplify the hero's abilities, he's always going to be good in the pro scene just because of Echo Slam, right?
And how well the hero scales. The longer the game goes on, the more items he gets, it feels like the bigger a threat he becomes. If you go super late, he can get Aghanims and be super mobile. He can get like crit Shadow Blade and actually start like one-shotting your squishy supports and stuff. And now
Doom Illusion here, driving fear into them as they go for the real heroes in the back.
Easy kill. Now the haunt comes. Who do they grab? It looks like the Drow Ranger's going to be the target.
Oh,
They find the lead in the meantime. Doom comes out and does drop it on the Drow, though she is BKB'd. Now she's stuck in the tree line. No escape. That's 3 down. A beautiful initiation from Liquid. And they'll obviously get a tier 2 tower to follow this up once the creeps push in.
That was so good. Ooh. That Doom Illusion just running to the bottom right, and they're just like panicking and TPing out and Glimmer caping, and then initiation right onto Wish and blown up.
Yeah, that was badass.
Just
such a clean kill, too.
Sweep. Yeah, I mean that pawn, right?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So, and it's weird, like, Doom into BKB, it can go both ways. Sometimes you have these moments where you're relieved that you popped the BKB first because it still gives you some options to try to reposition and maybe get saved by a teammate. Then you have situations like that where it's sort of, well, I still can't do anything despite having used my 10-second BKB. I'm dead in the trees.
I mean, she took almost 850 damage just from Desolate. Just like pure, like, ripping through you damage, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Isolated like that. And then, of course, once the Spectre and the Doom are on top of you, you take no damage.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, rather, you deal no damage.
And I guess most folks know by now, but Desolate works on illusions. So that's why Manta style is such a busted item on Spectre, why you'll see most pros prioritize Manta over Diffusal in any given game. Because you can do crazy pure damage like that. It's actually busted if you isolate someone. Skylark mid now, does have Guardian Greaves, so might be okay here. Pops that Essence Ring, but gets blocked out. Nice silence from the Drow, but a route to follow, and Skylark will fall. Meanwhile, Boxy, he finds a solo kill on Wish. And Mortimer Kisses gonna push back the Lina a bit here.
Yeah, looks like you got him with the creep gobble up.
Oh, okay. Boxy.
Oh, there's the ward there, Boxy. Oh, nice save by Tiger.
Okay.
Cost him the echo, but he did not want the turn kill.
Like stealing candy from a baby.
Like stealing candy from a baby.
Yeah, what is up with that voice line?
From a baby and no longer living baby.
I don't know. I really don't.
All right, what year? Dead baby jokes are back?
Letter
like
to the
2005 or something?
Valve, I don't like this. Get some free Reddit karma there, bud. That's got Trent packs written all over it.
That's funny. It's vintage. That's all it is. It's just like Dire Tide.
Oh, my. Of course, the Scotty's been out for a while on Mickey, but now he gets the Butterfly. He is looking pretty slotted here. Abyssal up next. Bad news for old Drow Ranger. Focus. Honestly, I think he's played pretty well this game, but this is what it comes to when you're against a Spectre. The Spec will start to overwhelm you. It's like a disease. The Spectre just takes over. I like that we're seeing more Aghanims on Spectre. What is it? The Shadow Step? Is that what it's called?
Oh, yeah. That one's good.
It's low-key.
It's still pretty late game, but
very solid.
It is good.
I would put that one as like a pretty amazing synth when maybe 2 or 3 key Ags have already been bought on your team. It's a pretty nice buff to be able to solo kill supports. You turn into a more broken Spirit Breaker when people show on the map.
I think the only problem, though, is that like you can't really use it that much in the late game because it's too risky to just throw away the entire game. Like, unless you're up by like 20k or something, I think that's why you don't see it that often.
It's very situational.
Yeah. It's more like a mid-team fight thing.
Just like, you know what else is situational? That Spectre talent at level 25 plus 32 Haunt illusion damage. You ever see that one?
Plus 32% Haunt illusion damage? That seems like a lot of damage.
Sometimes the illusions become quite good at killing weak supports. He'll probably go Dispersion because I think it's better overall, but Bloodseeker, Skylark, he's in a world of hurt. He's broken, he's battered, he's dead. That's an Ags on the Doom. So now you've got this Infernal Blade that has a break to it.
I was going to say, who got the synth? It was actually Insania. I haven't seen this in ages.
So the super low cooldown on, what is it, Purifying Flames, right?
No, it's different now.
Oh, it's Fortune's End. Increases cast range and stuns for a percentage of the duration.
I know. They mixed up Oracle.
That's my bad. Sorry about that. I missed that byline. So is this one better now? That seems pretty cool. A long-range stun. I mean, look at the cast range on this spell.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of wish it would like be faster though.
Also, Lina pushing down bottom. There's some split push happening as they commit into the base. The Doom does come out. Drow in big trouble. She's dead. Does have buyback. Will probably need to pop it here, but things looking very bad for Brame. There are some siege creeps hitting that tier 3 tower in the bottom lane, but here up top, it's Liquid pressuring the tier 3 and looking to threaten barracks. Drow holding the buyback for now. Very patient. Undying, he'll throw his body at actually nothing. No buyback available on him either. Meatball. I mean, this is taking them a while to push, and they are going to lose that tier 3 tower after all. This is a really slow siege. Is this worth not buying back for the Drow? Maybe. But the barracks will fall.
Yeah.
It's a 30K
probably need everything for the fight.
Deficit now. Well, if Undying didn't feed, they would have had everything with plenty of time to save the barracks. So
yeah, but there's still an Aegis on the Spectre too.
Yeah.
And a cheese on a Snapfire. I don't know. I feel like maybe you can just hope you can push waves and delay long enough while you were getting tower damage in the bottom lane.
76 damage on that tower. Lina didn't do the math.
I think it was the Forward Spirit that was finishing it because she was gone from there for a while.
Yeah, well, she was mostly just shoving creeps. It was a really big wave, and there were at least 2 siege creeps there, so I thought they might.
It did pay off. She's going to have the Aghanim soon.
Still a 30K deficit. I mean, this now is a big... We're at 1% win chance on the Dota Plus probability. So, I mean, this is now true dire straits. We need the Hail Mary of Hail Marys for Brame.
Dire straight to the victory.
Yeah, this Drow has been rendered ineffective for the last 3 fights now. Doom just completely... She didn't do anything. She's just dead.
No. Yeah. Drow into Inspector was a one shot, right? And they didn't hit it.
Yeah. And now they'll get a freebie down bottom.
Oh, I wanted to see Boxy get here with the Daedalus. There's so much damage.
Boxy
He's got the rapier queued up.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, Boxy. All right.
Elimination, single elim, game 3.
Yeah, buy a rapier. I agree. I hope he's pinging that to his team. Oh, there's the minus 20-second false promise cooldown as well.
You know, Trent, we were joking about the big shredder. If you get the Aghanims, it should be the DR. If you buy a DR on Snapfire, the text changes from Lil Shredder to Big Shredder. Because it is a big shredder.
It's true. It should really just be whenever it gets your talent.
I know that's
or use your attack damage. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Then you get the big shredder. I like that. I'm into that. They'll just change it to Big Shredder, and we'll all know what it means.
All right, if Drow gets 100% procs on Spectre, they can do it.
No, Mickey has 2 lives, so remember, they're going to have to do it twice. The upside of the Aegis being there is that his blade mail's in the backpack, so no return damage right now. Quickfoot jumps in, BKBs get popped. Drow trying to make it back. At least she's standing in the well this time, so she could possibly survive this Doom, and it actually looks good. They do lose Wish.
Can you get a
proc? Back.
It was like no bonus after. All right, it was enough.
It's okay.
It's all right, we're good.
He pops. He pops. The well is the counter to the Doom here, Trent. But oh, Taiga, he's the stopper. You shout. Okay, well, they will pass. They're just going to walk right back into the well. Almost the showstopper, and now, did Liquid write a check that their ass can't cash? It doesn't look like it. I think Brame might have walked a little too far away from their fountain. And Boxy, the big shredder's here. He gets a triple, but does throw his life away. Now the bottom barracks, they will fall. So Liquid, they play with them. You know, they trade a Boxy for the bottom barracks. And ultimately, they get what they came for. Just an Aegis down.
Koikpo wants more.
Man, that was almost a Gandalf moment. If he had the fissure there, that really could have been it. That would have been one of the greatest role plays we've seen in a while. Damn it, Taiga.
He ruins everything for you, doesn't he?
Oh, Koikpa. This is where Oracle gets insane, though. The false promise cooldown, it's a 25 seconds. So that'll be the end of Invoker. That's his dieback now. Only 2 heroes remain, and we are on the verge, on the cusp, Trent, of a dire victory. Liquid, their dreams will survive in this single elim playoff, and Brame, despite a well-fought series, looking to fall here in the final hour. A 40K net worth favor now. Boxy will buy back. He's tired of watching his friends do all the heavy lifting. His business associates, if you will.
Not quite.
Well, this looks
Chilling
like
in
the
the
end.
well.
Oh!
All right. Dispersion fountain.
Well, they demoralized Koikpa. And now in the fountain, Drow will be put to rest.
Yeah, that's how you do it,
Mickey. Yep, he's showing him who's boss. He says, you might demoralize Koikpa, but you'll never demoralize me. I will buy back and haunt on you all day, sons. That's what you get for taking us to Game 3. GG, well played. Liquid, secure the win.
Good luck further, says Spartan in our single elimination.
Yeah,
so
GG.
He's wishing the best to Liquid. That's tough, man. To win. I mean, obviously you proved yourselves because you got that game won. But then in the other 2 games, you had real opportunities. They just could not quite close it out with their lineup. Not able to get that speed that was required. And it was bold to go for the Drow into Spectre, but it was not beautiful.
It's like you said, this strategy, they had a clear shot. It was close, but Brame did fall short. And then that overcommitment top really was the beginning of the unraveling. And Liquid kind of had it.
Sounds like game 2.
Yeah.
Basically the same story. Very good patience from Liquid. They identified what Brame had to do to win, and they just ensured that that wasn't going to happen and that they were going to be prepared at the appropriate time for their own team to actually strike back with that Doom Inspector combo. And yeah, excellent game from Koikpa. Perfectly just finding and getting on top of that Drow every time with the Doom.
I think Taiga also, some key moments from that Earthshaker, a couple of really patient echoes. I like waiting for that great moment to actually drop it. Even just that save down bottom, well fought. Now, update on the bracket, Yellow Submarine 2-0'd Khan. So that'll be the next challenger here for Team Liquid, and I'm pretty sure that one will be coming up next here on Beyond the Summit. So Trent, that is it for us. We're going to move into a break and then send it back to the panel. So enjoy the rest of the Monster Energy Dota Summit. We'll see you guys next time.